Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is having a great day, a great week, and a great month. Today we're going to be making this super cute and fun crocheted pillow set with curly ends. I hope it turns out super cute because I got this idea off of Pinterest, but it was made out of actual cloth. So hopefully this will be a great dupe, and yes, let's get right into it. And you guys can of course support and shop with me for these pillows if you don't want to go ahead and create them on your own. And for this tutorial you will need I got this yarn out of Michael's, but you can also get it out of like Walmart or like any sort of arts and crafts store. This is a size 4 medium. I also used about 8 to 10 packages of cotton balls, each pillow, to stuff them. I'm going to be using my 4.25 millimeter crochet hook and some scissors. And I also used about 3 to 4 yarn balls. Go ahead and start with a slip knot. We're going to put the end of the yarn in our palm. Going to wrap that yarn around 2 fingers. And now we're going to pull our yarn through. And we're going to pull both ends tightly. Pull that yarn tight so that we have a little loop to go through with our crochet hook. I'm going to go ahead and stitch 47 stitches. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so we have 47 stitches. And now I'm going to go right back down, and we're going to do half double crochets for the entire piece. And we're going to do 26 rows in total. So we're yarning over, and we're going through that second stitch from your hook. Yarn over, go through that left side of the braid, yarn over again. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through 3. And I'm just going to do this all the way back down until I get to that very first stitch that I originally started from. And we're just going into each stitch and doing a half double crochet. Okay, so we've just finished our very first row, and we're gonna go ahead and stitch 2, turn our work over, and now we're gonna work on the back side. I'm gonna do the same thing, half double crochets. I'm gonna go into both sides of that braid and just continue on down. So here I'm just finishing up my last half double crochet for this row, turning my work over, stitching 2, and continuing the half double crochet pattern all the way down. And we're just gonna go ahead and continue doing this until we get to row 26, or however big or small you want your pillow to be. Mine is just gonna be 26 rows. I think that's like a perfect size for like a couch pillow. So I'm just gonna continue this until I get to that row 26. Okay, so I'm just finishing up my 26th row of the half double crochets, which is the last row. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start working around the perimeter. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch 2 extra, and now we're gonna be working along the sides, and we're gonna be doing double crochets. So we're doing 2 double crochets in 1 stitch, and the next stitch it'll be 3 double crochets, and then we're gonna do a pattern of 2 3 2 3 2 3 for the first row. So we're gonna start and we're gonna do 1 2. Along the sides, it's not really an exact place for you to put your stitches. Just try to put them very closely together so that there aren't any gaps, and so your design actually has a chance to get that curly pattern. So we just did 2. Now in the next stitch we're gonna do 3 double crochets. Let me slow it a little down for you guys. So to do a double crochet, we're going to yarn over, go into the loop, yarn over again, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's 2 in 1 stitch. Yarn over, go through your loop, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That is a double crochet. So we have 2 and 3. Now in our next stitch we're going to go back to 2. 1, 2. Next stitch is 3. 1, 2, 3. Next stitch will be 2. And this stitch will be 3. And I'm just going to continue that 2 3 2 3 pattern for this entire first round. There's 2 rounds in total for this perimeter part. So as you can see, it's not really much curl here, but don't worry. So now you can kind of start to see a little swiggle going around. It is starting to get a little curl to the pattern. And we're just going to go ahead and continue this for the entire first round, all the way around the entire thing. And then I'll come back once I'm close to the beginning again. Okay, so this is how it looks so far. You can see our curly pattern is showing up. And I'm just finishing up the first row here. And this last stitch, I'm just gonna do 2 more. And we're gonna go ahead and slip stitch it onto the start of that row. So here is where we stitched that very first additional 2. And we're just gonna go right above that into that very first double crochet, yarn over, and pull through both. Now we're going to stitch 2, and we are now starting our second and last row, and we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch for the entire way around. Okay, so after the second row, I went ahead and stitched an additional 1, and I started doing single crochets in this cream color all the way around. That part got a little messed up in the recording, so I don't have a tutorial for when I started it, but I can go ahead and finish it with you guys. And all I did was single crochets all the way around until I got back to the beginning. And to do a single crochet, you're going to go into the stitch, yarn over, you have 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. Go through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Just like that. Single crochets all the way around. Okay, I'm on my last stitch, and I'm gonna go ahead and slip stitch into that very first single crochet. I'm sorry. We're gonna go into that loop, yarn over, and then we're going to pull it through that very first stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that yarn off, yarn over, and pull that yarn through completely and pull that string tight. Okay, so you should now have this perfect size square with your white ruffle outlines, and then you're gonna make another one, and then you're actually gonna make 2 more. So this will be a pillow, and then your other 2 pillowcases will be a pillow as well. Okay, so now we're gonna work on attaching both covers in order to make them one. And I have my brown yarn here, and I'm going to put both covers together like this. I have them both laid down on top of each other, and I'm gonna start from one corner, and then we're gonna circle all the way around, and I'm gonna put my hook through right under both rows of the double crochets that we've done, as well as under that single crochet. I'm gonna go right under those 2 rows and go straight across both covers, and I'm gonna pull my yarn through like that. And now I'm gonna hold on to this end, and I'm gonna put my hook through right next to it, and I'm gonna pull that yarn through again. Now we have 1 loop on our hook, and now I'm gonna start doing single crochets all the way around to connect both covers together. So now that we have one loop on the hook, I'm gonna go into the next stitch. I'm gonna pull my yarn through, and I'm just gonna pull that yarn through the loop like that. So I'm gonna go through, pull the yarn, and pull the yarn through that loop. And we're just gonna continue pulling that yarn and pulling it through that loop. And it's going to be the same little pattern for the entire way around the covers. Just doing kind of like a half single crochet, if that makes sense. And you want to make sure that when you put your hook through on the other side, that it's still going to be under those 2 double crochets. This one is a little more than under those 2 double crochets. I was supposed to go in here, but it's okay. this part is a little more on the frustrating side, only because it isn't that comfortable to crochet. If you do want to try, well, you can't even, I feel like this is kind of the only way to do it, because if you connect it after you've done your pillow cover without the curls, now it'll just be both of the squares connected, and you won't really have a way to connect to do your curls, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of doing it in this uncomfortable way. Once we get closer to the end of closing both of our pillow covers, that's when I start to stuff the pillow, so that the stuffing isn't just falling out. Okay, so I stopped right here, kind of close to where I just began for the single crochets all around, connecting both covers together. I did leave this little pocket open just so that I can actually stuff the pillow. I went and bought a whole bunch of cotton balls. I bought about six bags of the jumbo size. So hopefully this will be enough. And I'm just stuffing it like this. Let me know if you guys use any other methods to stuff your pillows, or am I the only one who does it like this? And then I just kind of move everything around so that it starts off super easy. I'm sorry, super even in the pillow. Okay, so that's it for the first bag. I did drop a couple on the floor. We're moving on to the second bag. Okay, so I have 2 bags of cotton balls down. I do want it to be a little more rounder, but I also don't want it to be too round to where there's too much of the cotton like peeking through. So I am gonna try and be very careful of that. I got these cotton balls from Target. Each bag was like $2, $1.99 actually. But I used my Target Circle points, and I also used this gift card that I had. I didn't even know Target gave me that gift card. And I bought some other stuff too, but shout out to Target for those savings. Okay, so now that we're done stuffing the pillow, I'm gonna go ahead and continue single crocheting both sides together. So now that the entire thing is connected, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the extra yarn. I'm gonna pull it all the way through and pull it tightly. And I'm gonna hide the string on the inside. Now I'm gonna cut it. Boom. And now we have our pillow. So this is the finished look of the pillows. They are so super cute. Feel free to support my online crochet shop if you don't want to make these pillows on your own. The link will be in the description below. And I will see you guys on the next video.